On this Veterans Day, Americans honor all who have served, who have fought for our country and their commitment to protect our country. It's become a mission of many to take care of our veterans after they return home from defending our freedoms, including a bank formed to help them get back on their feet financially. Joining me now is the co-founder of Old Glory Bank and one half of the band Big and Rich, John Rich. John, a pleasure to have you on the show this morning. Thanks for being with me.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Before I talk about the bank, just talk to me about Veterans Day and your commitment to those who put their lives on the line for our freedoms. I mean, this is a calling for you.
Well, if it wasn't for men and women willing to serve and sacrifice and die if necessary, we wouldn't have a country to be arguing about at this point. It's as simple as that. We wouldn't have a country. So every day I wake up, I think about the fact that I still have life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for myself and my family. And I know that that's only there because of our vets. You know, Veterans Day really should be every day. And I know a lot of people watching your show right now probably look at it that way. They shake their hands and tell them thank you every time they see them. It's a extremely important day in our country.
Yeah, amen to that it should be every day, not just one day a year. Hey, you're one of the co-founders of Old Glory Bank. Talk to us about the mission and how is it different from other banks that are out there?
Well, Dr. Ben Carson, Larry Elder, myself, and other men and women formed this bank a few years ago, basically to have a banking platform where people would not be canceled for exercising their constitutional rights. I mean, what a plan. I mean, you shouldn't even have to say that, but that is where we are in modern day America. So we founded Old Glory Bank. And one thing that we're doing, if you are police, fire, border control, or you are in the military, and you open an account at Old Glory Bank, you get a $100,000 life insurance policy if, God forbid, you are killed in the line of duty while you're serving us and the rest of our country. We say it's called Old Glory Protect is the name of that program. We protect those who protect us. You can open an account in about 8 minutes at oldglorybank.com. And we hope everybody goes and logs on because it's an incredible firewall against the woke banking industry that currently runs this country.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about that too. Also, I'm from Oklahoma. I also saw that former Governor Mary Fallin, also one of the co-founders as well. I was looking at your Old Glory website, and on the homepage, you promise personal banking, business banking, freedom from cancel culture, and snooping eyes. What do you mean by that, John?
Well, it wasn't that long ago a story came out where the federal government asked a bunch of banks, hey, we want to see where your customers are shopping. You remember that story. And the banks at that point, they have a choice to make. They could tell the federal government, I don't think so. If you want to see that, you'll have to subpoena us. We'll see you in court. Or they can just turn it over. And guess what they did? They just turned it over. So if you bank at one of those big banks, they know exactly where you shop, what you're purchasing, and everything else, which is a complete infringement on your constitutional rights of privacy. So Old Glory Bank, our whole mission is we will never do that. We will never turn your information over to the federal government when they request it, short of you being some type of horrific felon or terrorist or doing something bad with your money. But it's just not going to happen. And people used to think this was some kind of a conspiracy theory. And then you see Justin Trudeau, who canceled everybody's bank accounts to break up the trucker protest a few years ago. And we've seen people like Dinesh D'Souza have their accounts suspended, and many, many others. So Old Glory Bank is that firewall against that ever happening to you. And again, I'll reiterate here on Veterans Day, if you are fire, police, border patrol, or serve in the military, and God forbid you're killed in the line of duty, if you have an account at Old Glory Bank, we will send your family $100,000 as a life insurance policy as a thank you for serving us and protecting us.
Yeah, you took the question right out of my mouth. Who makes a good candidate? Lastly, why is it hard for some veterans to set up a bank account in the first place, John?
Well, like anything else, tech is a problem. It's a problem for me. And, you know, I'm sure maybe a lot of people watching like, what button do I hit now? So we've made it extremely simple at oldglorybank.com. And there's actually live people. You click on it, and it's not somebody in another country that you're talking to. It's an American that gets on the line or gets on the phone with you and will walk you through that process. It really takes less than 10 minutes to open an account.
Well, John, I think what you're doing is just remarkable, and we will make sure to share Old Glory Bank far and wide with our viewers. John Rich, appreciate your time this morning. Have a great Veterans Day.
You too. God bless.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.